My name is Romeo P. Reese, aka Broadway Joe, and I am knowledge. First time I experienced hip hop was in 1987. It was with this group called the Self-Esteem Team. My uncle, he used to work in this program in Columbus called the Urban Minority Alcohol Outreach Program of Franklin County, or UMOP. And they had this group of kids that went around to different schools to teach their peers about the effects of drugs, alcohol, premature sex, and bad decisions. So they were performing, and there was this song or this rap called Crack Free. And, excuse me, it was at the Ohio Historical Society. They had this performance, and just from the cadence, the words that was being said, and the way it was performed, a cappella at that, it just really touched me, and I just knew I was going to be a part of hip hop, and knew I was going to rap from there. It goes, Kuji Chagulia, I refuse to lose. My mind is clicking, my soul is ticking. I'm never idle, slave serving to that most high God. That's my title. Me freak with drugs, nah, that's suicidal. Smoking and choking, I said you chew on the wood. Just say no, not in my neighborhood. Black in the class, gotta build yourself. Stop hurting one another, send the brothers to hell. Like, yo, can you back me? Are you crack free, yo? Can you back me? Are you crack free, yo? Can you back me? Are you crack free? Drugs don't try 'em, nah. Don't buy 'em, sit drugs. Don't try 'em, no. Don't buy 'em. If you want to do the same, just remember our name, Mo. Listen while I'm speaking, guess what's set and guess what cool, yo. Yeah, there was a little bit of it.
I'm Patty P, and I am old school hip hop.
All right. Tell me the first time you first experienced hip hop, like the first time.
Ooh, that's funny. 1984, I was at my first house party. Ninth grade, in the basement with the red light. Oh my gosh, we was listening to Curtis Blow. These Are the Breaks on the 12-inch. A lot of people don't even know about that. And the Fat Boys.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I first experienced hip hop. And I thought it was the best thing ever because I was finally out the house and I didn't understand what it was. We were always told hip hop would not be around. We were always told it was just a phase that we were going through.
Mm-hmm.
They used to tell us hip hop was the rebellion. Us as young people didn't want to do anything. We, being free spirited. But if you go back to when hip hop, if you look at Beat Street, if you look at breaking, that's how we viewed it as hip hop. It was the battles, the dancing, the battles of the rapping. We had fun.
Like
it
the
was
DJs and
the real DJs where you really had albums. It wasn't computerized. It was a craft. It was an art to this. Everybody enjoyed what they did. We had our own little breakdancing crews. Whether you was on the sidelines, just bending to the side, you had your Kangos, you had your original K-Swiss. People don't even remember the shoes, Tree Torns, Pumas with the fat laces.
and that was the fashion. Like,
That was
speak
the
on
fashion.
the fashion.
The fashions, we had the half shirts. The first Guess pair of overalls. That was the first Guess ever. It wasn't no jeans, it was Guess overalls. We always wore the one on and the one off. You did your own fashion. The hair was off the chain, and that was me. I'm always stay with the hair. You always wore it over your one eye. Your hair was long in the back. But we had the whole thing with it. We had fun. It wasn't I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna shoot you. The biggest thing was the battles. We couldn't wait to go on a Friday night to see a new movie, some kind of hip hop movie, something. Something was always going on, and we embraced it. And I really don't know where we lost it.
Is hip hop dead? I wouldn't say it's dead because it's being held up by like artists like Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, even A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky remind me a lot of what Big Daddy Kane was back in the day. He's just a new age version of him. You know what I mean? Jay-Z still does his thing, even though he has the same repetitive flow. But he still does his thing. And others, you know what I mean? Others, J. Cole definitely does his thing. So it evolves the same way music always has. You know, is it dead? Nah. Is there a lot of trash in the game? Heck yeah. You just gotta sort through it to see what's most relevant for you.
Hip hop is dead.
Hip hop is dead.
I'm not gonna say hip hop is dead. The real hip hop is dead. I don't know what you want to call this that's out right now. To me, it's not hip hop. Again, I think it's about the money. You know, I think I could probably go in there, come up with a live ass beat, come up with a bullshit ass lyric. But if I got a catchy hook, I can make millions. But what's the point in that if I'm not doing nothing else? It needs to be a message behind everything that we do. And it's not a message anymore. I'm just going to go out here and sell this music and this is what it's going to be. Nobody's nice anymore. You know, everybody want to be a dope boy. Everybody want to be a stripper. What happened to going to school and going to college and you hearing about this? You know, what can you do in your life? Now it's, you know, you hear kids talking about, I want to be a stripper when I grow up. I want to be a dope boy. I want to be like how Jeezy. I want to be like how Rick Ross. And it's sad to say that's what it's coming to. But if you try to put out something positive, they talk about you. I remember when Drake first came out, I look at Drake as a lyricist. When he first came out, now it's the Versace. What happened? There's a lot of still underground rappers that are good, that they just haven't come to the front yet. But society is going to put them down because they're quote unquote giving a positive message. They still want us to take each other down, and that's what this new music is doing. It's breaking us down.
Hip hop is more of a self-expression of the times. Like back in the classical era or Baroque era, is more like they made music to express what was going on in the time, like the way it was, you know, people being rich, people being poor, things like that. So hip hop is basically a self-expression of people's situations. Like when hip hop first came out, they mostly did what people call now conscious rap. Like they rapped about pissing in the hallways and kids selling drugs, you know, like certain stuff like that. So I think it's more about self-expression.
Rebellion. That's hip hop. Rebellion, man. Rebellion with knowledge. By any means necessary, as long as it's intelligently designed and to get results. Circle Malcolm X, 1960. No, but seriously, that's what hip hop is, man. It's a form of rebellion. You know, younger generations always say, you know, we don't have a voice for us, and that's what hip hop was used for, to be a young generation's voice, and then just evolved into this billion-dollar industry, you know, that turned into this huge voice. Now, people got in some ways, hip hop got what they wanted. Then the new form of rebellion came. Like, okay, so what's next? Time for me to get money. So money rebellion. Then it went from money rebellion to sex rebellion, like being sexually free and being able to do and say what they wanted on music and express how they were and what their sexuality was. Then it became a way for women to get free, women's suffrage. You know, so it had everything, but it's all, you know, centered around rebellion. At least in my opinion.
I think they should know how it evolved. If one thing, like, yeah, everyone knows how it started, but like I would like for everyone to know like the different phases that it went to, like how it became from, oh, it's fun, and then, oh, it's conscious, to, oh, it's murderous, to, oh, we're rapping about booties, and then just like went through like different phases along the decades.
Okay.
You gotta know hip hop. You have to love hip hop. You know, you gotta expand your mind to understand it goes back. You know, it could have started in the 50s, it could have started in the 60s, it could have started in the 70s, it could have started in the 80s. But you have to really understand it. You got to be a hip-hop. You got to know it from your soul. It's nothing that just, you know, I don't think this is hip-hop now. I think it's just rap. Hip hop comes from your heart and your soul. It's what you feel, how you express yourself. You know, you're telling a story. And if you can't decipher and understand it for real,